Hello, everyone, and welcome to another wonderful Will of the Dice game. It's probably a little weird. It's a little weird for me. I am Peculiar Patrick, or just Patrick sometimes. This is scary. I am going to be the DM this evening, with Tyr having his mundane job and being in on-call rotations. We thought, why not take a fun chance and do some one-shots? So today, we're going to do a one-shot in my homebrew world of Brigadoon. And yeah, it's going to be super fun. But first, before we get into that, let's get some regular things out of the way. First of all, we are for mature audiences. If you laugh at the word fart or poop jokes, very immature, definitely don't want to be here. However, if you are of the mature audience type, such as people who can go see our movies without having to have their parent or guardian with them, stick around. Everyone else, bye. Okay, now that we've taken that moment to get the babies out of the room, any other babies here are cool babies.
What's up, you cool babies?
Yes. What's up, you cool babies? Locke is going to talk a little bit about our wonderful sponsor, Level Up, and their dice.
Oh, I should do the thing. The thing is,
Yeah. Even though Locke's not here,
I'm
well,
just gonna
you're
pretend
here,
like I don't do this every week because it's all new and different tonight.
Exactly.
Hi, gamers. I'm Locke Clark, and I'm here to talk to you about our partners in this endeavor, Level Up Dice, fine purveyors of luxury dice for all your sexy dice needs. And tonight, I'm going to tell you about our ambassador dice because they're super cool, and you need to go check them out. There's going to be links in the chat. Keep an eye out for those. But until then, our ambassador dice are blue cat's eye dice. They are stained glass, which means that they are imprinted with a glyphic pattern around the number that is in the style of stained glass windows from cathedrals. The blue cat's eye are a radical glass with an optical shift and a color variant, or a color gradient. They go from lighter to darker. And as you move them, you will see sort of a line shift through them, kind of like a star sapphire does. They're really cool. The numbers are colored in a pinkish red. They are just awesome. You need to go check them out. And to do that, you're going to use our link because going through our portal helps us out. It makes us look cool. It lets Level Up know that you are watching through us. Excuse me, my face exploded. So that link is http://bit.ly/O T D bit.ly/WOTD dice. Go check those dice out. They are very cool.
Hell yeah. Thanks, buddy. And for a possible One Community, One Campaign shout out, Ren or Alice. I don't remember who's doing it because I didn't clarify that.
Hi everyone, I'm Alice. We do not actually have a One Community, One Campaign for tonight, but if you or someone you know has a small business that you would like us to give a shout out to, please email us at the number one COM, the number one CAM at willofthedice.com. That way we can give them a shout out and let people from other parts of the country who might not have heard about them go to their websites, maybe order something, help them out, because we're all in this together.
That's right. And when you send in your information for One Community, One Campaign, please remember to include your name, the name of your business, a short description of what it is you make and sell, and where they can find you. That way we know where to direct them.
Heck yeah. Thanks, y'all. You're most excellent. So yeah, I'm super excited. I think my fellow Will of the Dice cast members are super excited. So let's get into it with some introductions. Go ahead and tell us about it.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley, and tonight I'll be playing Bilbera. She is a blue dragonborn. She's about 6'8", 200 pounds. She's covered in blue scales that appear almost faceted in the right light. And her right arm and shoulder are covered in small cracks that seem to have a faint light showing through. She wears an asymmetric gold-colored top and a flowing silvery gray pair of pants. And she's got a little bit of an attitude problem. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hi, gamers. I'm Locke Clark, and my screen just turned itself off for no apparent reason. So I started to say that, and my screen went black. I thought my whole system shut down for a second. It really freaked me out. I'm sorry. Hi, I'm still Locke Clark, and I am playing Kreki, who is a red dragonborn. He is 6'6", stocky build, powerful frame, kind of the sort that doesn't say a lot unless he really has something important to say. And you can find me on the Book of Faces and the Twitter Patients at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H.
Hi, everyone. Again, I'm Alice, and tonight I am playing Renron, the Dragonborn, with scales blacker than a moonless night, and vibrant, almost neon lime green eyes. Renron looks out for the most important thing to them, themselves. With a questionable past behind them and most assuredly in front of them, will they attain their wildest dreams? And you can find me on Twitter at Cap'n Cuppycake.
And I am a very satisfied DM. Good night. I am done. No, I'm kidding. You all are incredible. Yeah, I'm Patrick, also known as Peculiar Patrick on the internet. You can find me on Twitter. My fun fact is that I made this dungeon using sticky notes. Let's dig in. So, we will see in our wonderful panning, as this would be like a great movie to watch. It comes in from the clouds, and you see the island continent of Brigadoon, home to many different races and beings. A world that was once almost torn apart by the gods, but thankfully through the creation of a god of war and some mortal help, the gods were sealed away into a pocket universe. Many of the gods' names have been erased from history, including from texts of books, so that there is not a chance that the gods may once more come through and rip apart this world of Brigadoon. We will zoom in far closer onto the jungles of Brigadoon, the Thwape jungle, home to many Yuntai and Grung and a host of other types of creatures and plants and fauna. We zoom in farther and closer to what looks like almost a pathway filled with unlit torches, and we see a large, just stone structure, almost like a half circle, but with steps on the sides of it. This is the only thing that you can see. It's covered in moss and vines, and if you were to look very quickly without seeing the path, you wouldn't even see this temple in the jungle. Standing in front of the entrance to this are three dragonborn, each slightly different than the other. A possible gem dragon, a chromatic dragon, and then just a dragonborn. Um, yeah, with this it's a 100-foot tall structure. The entrance is viney. The jungles are there, and we see the three of them, and they are standing in front of this, kind of going over what the plan is. They have all been contracted to steal the last known mushroom. So, adventurers, what do?
Wait, so explain this to me again. We're stealing a mushroom.
Yep.
I mean, if they're paying for it, it's got to be valuable, right?
I suppose. Just seems a waste of our talent.
Well, I mean, we haven't gotten in there yet. We don't know what's in there. There might not even be a mushroom in there. Which then, of course, will just go back to the people. cut their throats, steal their money, walk on.
I suppose it's fair.
If there's no mushroom in there, then we are in a jungle for no good reason. I don't like jungle.
Oh, so what's the plan? This will be a little trickier without what's his name?
Karen,
Oh,
Yes,
that's what it
that
was.
one.
you know, he just died.
Yes, I know. I was there.
Oh,
I mean,
you were
like,
there.
his name, I mean, we could at least remember. You're gonna forget
How
my name too if I die?
what was it?
What's your name again?
Creaky?
Can I get a perception check from all of you as I die laughing at these character interactions?
Sure.
So good.
That should be good.
Ooh, yeah.
Right.
I do have a perception. Yay.
Okay.
All
New
right.
character, who dis?
All right. Bill Barrow, what is your perception?
16.
Cricky
17.
and Renron.
18.
So you all kind of notice that this part of the jungle, you guys have been going through the jungle for probably a couple days now trying to find this temple. And the jungle is full of sounds. Always full of sounds. It's the jungle. There are many things there. There are living plants. I mean, they make sounds. This area, dead silent. There's no birds. There is no creaking sounds of the trees moving. It is as still as death. Also, with your perceptions, you'll be able to see on the front of the entrance, each side of the entrance has a person raising up, and then the middle of the entrance is what looks like the shape of a mushroom. And we all know what a mushroom looks like. It looks like a little stick with a little like D on top of it. Sometimes can be seen as a phallic device, but is a mushroom.
Heh. Kind of phallic, isn't it?
I
Is
suppose.
Everyone's just like,
Is everything a penis with you?
not everything.
Yeah, with him, sometimes it's boobs.
This is true.
Fair. So are we going to, go inside?
I suppose. You first.
No.
Well,
I've been to places that are like ancient, decrepit temples before. You, with the trickery and the tools, you can go first and find the traps.
No, wasn't that the other one?
Yes,
Hey.
Fingers was good at that too, but I've seen you pick a lock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So that little purple hand isn't yours.
It'll dawn on you that you are thinking of your fallen comrade, Vakarian. Vakarian had the ability to make a
That's right.
purple floating hand, and you had seen many a times. And one of like a more social heist, you saw him be able to not only pick a lock, but also pick somebody's pocket at the same time.
No. I saw the purple hand. I always assumed it was this one.
Oh, fair.
And
That
you know
wasn't your.
Sorry.
It wasn't your purple hand.
I'm the lookout. Why would I have a purple hand?
Well, fine. Look out. Go and look out for traps for us.
Yeah, I'll stay back here and look for traps for you.
Well, one of you needs to go first. That might be dirt, and I don't want to get dirty.
We've been walking through dirt for days.
Yes, but there
Yeah.
might be spider webs.
You're the face. Lead with your face.
Oh, this is absolutely going nowhere.
You look sturdy. You should go through.
Let's see.
They'll say to
Spells.
Krecky.
Fine. And I'll sort of begrudgingly trudge my way up towards the temple.
Is everybody else following Krecky?
Yeah, well, I'll follow Cricky, but staying back just a little bit.
And I'll
Just in
stay
case he walks
further.
into something.
And I'll stay further back still from Bilbera.
Perfect.
You know, gotta.
Yeah, you gotta stagger the entrances on the off chance that there's a trap that kills the first one and then the second one. I understand. You all three will enter into the temple, and you will enter into what looks like the only room in the temple. It is solid stone walls with carvings on each side to the left and right of you, and in front of you, however, is a very large glass, or what appears to be kind of glass pane. And then from the glass pane, you can see light coming in from the top of the temple.
See?
Let's
You
see
were fine.
with your passive perceptions, which I think is like all of you. You all have really high passive perception. Why did I do that to myself? I made these characters. Give me 2 seconds. I knew there was going to be one thing I wasn't going to be ready for. Oh, why am I looking here? Because I can use the app. Speaking of, let's just do a random nice shout out to thanks for D&D Beyond for existing. You're great. I personally use you all the time. I can't speak for the other human beings on the show. But I'm pretty sure we're all in favor of your wonderful app. Keep doing what you're doing. So now that I've taken up enough time by doing that random shout out, Bilbera, with your passive perception, you will be able to see on the sides of the walls are depictions of people, and they look like they are tilling the land, some of them, and it's mirrored on each side. So it's if one side has tilling on this towards the entrance, the other side has the milling towards like the glass. And it's a depiction of people tilling, and then some people like kind of putting stuff on the ground, and then people like praising as there are like what look like the same kind of mushroom shape in front, like below them.
These people really
Also,
like the mushrooms.
with your passive perception, you'll be able to tell, and the same with Renron, you'll be able to tell that on the below, from what you can see, is another floor, and the single beam of light is hitting a mushroom. There you go. That's the room. It is a square room.
All right, so it's a square room, and we can see a lower level.
You can see
Sorry.
a level below you because of like the glass.
Okay.
But there doesn't appear to be anything else other than that room and the glass, and then the lower floor.
And the mushroom is downstairs where we can see
Yeah.
it.
Single beam of light is on this mushroom.
You say that they really liked mushrooms, huh?
Oh, look at the pictures.
Well, I mean, I
Crude as they
know,
are.
but if they liked mushrooms so much, they can't be that useful if they're all dead, right?
So, that thing in the beam of light, that's what we're here for.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you
That's
go get it?
no, that's definitely a trap.
You're big and strong. It'll be fine.
Do you
No.
remember if they said it had to be whole?
Do we
Make a
remember?
history check. Y'all, I'll let y'all get some action on that. Y'all can take a history check.
Oh no, I don't remember shit.
Bilbera? Oh,
16.
Cracky
3.
and Renron.
11?
Okay, so DC was 5. You, Cracky, specifically don't remember if it has to come back whole. The other two of you, yeah, no, they want this mushroom intact. It is the last mushroom.
Well, there goes that plan.
I'm telling you, we just send Cracky down, he gets it, and we go.
Cracky is very much opposed to this idea.
Oh, nothing to it but to do it.
I guess so. So how do we get down there?
Is there a place? Wait, let me look at my inventory. Yeah, how far down is the next level?
Oh, like it looks like a whole floor level. Like whatever a whole floor
Okay.
level would be.
Is there? So I pull out my rope and I start looking for a place to tie it off up here. Something I can attach a rope to.
The stone, each wall looks pretty sturdy from just passively looking at it.
Okay, yeah, I'll find a spot to tie off a rope and then I'll drop it down.
So the room, it's you know when you like go to a zoo and there's like a big plate glass, that's what is in front of you. There's
Just glass.
yeah, it's just glass. There's literally a barrier, but you can see the mushroom. And if your whole life you've wanted to come see the masked mushroom, you can do it without any harm or anything to the mushroom. But in order to get to it, you may have to investigate the room or stuff like that.
I'll take a look around.
Anybody
Yep.
is free to do an investigation.
All right. Bilbera is kind of walking through the room in her hoity little manner, looking about.
Wow, that's actually pretty good.
All right. Bilbera,
17.
Cracky,
14.
and Renron.
So you remember Crecky's last roll, right?
It's a 2, 3.
Yeah, 3.
Okay. Renron and Cracky, you're looking around at the rocks. You're kind of brushing stuff off and looking, and you're not really seeing anything. Bilbera, it's almost as if you knew what you were looking for the whole time, and your eyes just kind of go to a point right in between where there is a person standing like this, and there's a mushroom underneath of them, and right next to them there's a little bit of an empty space, but you can see just barely the outline of a door right where that person is.
Why don't we just use the door?
Okay.
Brilliant.
It's just
Um,
over there.
Which side were you investigating, the left or the right side?
Left.
Okay, cool. So you'll find that door closer to the entrance from like when you walked in.
All right. Yeah, she'll point out the door to the others. We can just use this.
They should have a sign that says staff only.
I
Cracky,
mean,
would you mind opening the door for me?
it's like they actually want us to go in, otherwise they would have big signs that say keep out. And I go over and push myself against the door and try to before I push against the door, I look at, are there hinges that I can see? Can I figure out which way the door goes?
You can tell from like just kind of going up and trying like push on it or like getting up to it to look for the hinges. You can see that it opens in, so your hands would go right where their hands are, and you would push.
Okay, I'll do that.
Sweet. And the door pushes in, revealing a hallway going towards the mushroom.
Good job, Face.
Well, come on then. You first.
You open the door, he goes first.
That's fair.
I will slowly and meticulously place each foot as I go. If I'm going first, I'm going very slow, and they're going to have to wait.
Completely fine. You pass through the threshold, the three of you, unharmed, and you see a very long hallway that seems to turn to the right and go into what looks like possibly a room, and then it goes off to the left, farther back from that room. As you do anything as you make your way slowly down the hallway?
No, I'm just slowly making my way down the hallway.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. As you get probably you can see as you're getting close to where the hallway is, you can actually see that there is more glass on the right side of you. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
18.
Perfect. You are just almost right at the corner of the stone, and you see the glass, and something twinkles on the glass. Take just a step back as a swinging blade goes right in front of you and begins to swing back and forth.
I told you there were traps.
We didn't say there weren't.
We just know you wear more armor than us, so we figured you should go first.
I think it's someone else's turn.
So, in order to continue, you will have to make I will say a dexterity or acrobatics if you're proficient with it. Check to get past the swinging blade. Unless you want to.
Do I need to?
Yes,
I
since you
jumped back, so I have
you
to.
stepped
Yeah,
back,
okay.
so it's swinging in front of you.
So I gesture to my more nimble friend. Please.
Okay. And I'm gonna go for a dex save, you said?
Dex, or if you're proficient in acrobatics, I'll let you do acrobatics.
19.
Very easily, you look at this, you kind of time, you see it, how it swings, you time it, jump right before it swings, and on your right, you're able to see that same glass is still there, and you're able to see down and see the mushroom with the light. Do you?
Well, come on, it's not that hard.
Being nimble wasn't exactly my specialty.
You just gotta, watch and then it's easy.
I'll try. This should be interesting. This is a dexterity?
Dexterity or acrobatics if you have it.
Yeah, I've got a -1 in both. So. But I rolled a 19, so that'll be 18.
Hey, and again, you're able to time it, but you can feel the cold whoosh behind you as you just barely manage to get past the swinging blade.
Come on, your turn.
I pull out my maul and I'm going to attempt to break the blade.
Okay, roll me an attack roll.
That is an 18 plus something plus 7.
Sweet. So
Yeah.
it's 25.
Yes.
Your hammer, your maul, just like unhooking it from your belt and just bringing up and smacking it dead smack right on the flat of it. Roll me some damage.
But just for flavor, I think my maul looks like a tetsubo, like the Japanese war club With
Oh
the,
yeah.
it's all
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So that will be 10 points of damage.
Perfect. You smack it with your Tetsubo style maul, and it goes to swing, and you hit it, and it smacks and lands flat on the ground. Trap disabled. The stick that it was on still swinging back and forth.
Why didn't you just do that in the first place?
Because you made me go first and it almost hit me.
Oh, you're such a child.
All right. Again, the glass on your right. You can see kind of where you're at. That again, it looks like it peers off to the right, and there is a broom, and then the other hallway.
No.
Oh, fine. So there's a room to our right,
Mm-hmm.
and further up, there's a hallway that goes to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Vilbera is going to, staying in the hallway, look into the room.
Okay. When you
Is-
go to peek your head around the corner, I need you to make another dexterity save.
Of course. With the minus 117.
Just barely. You hear a very, very faint click, and then you pull your head back as fast as you can as you see another swinging blade comes out and starts swinging in front of you.
Oh, lovely. Cracky, do you want to deal with this one?
I
No,
suppose.
don't make that face at me. You know you like hitting things.
I'm gonna walk up and swing at this one.
Renron's just sort of eyeing the two as this happens, just enjoying the show.
16 plus 7, 23.
Again, you manage to catch it. Roll me some damage.
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 5 plus 4, 9. 9.
Again, you are able to just meet it right where it hits in the middle and smacking it off, it landing flat on the ground. Everybody make a perception check.
Who said we needed fingers?
I'm rather partial to mine.
Not that fingers.
Oh. Right.
Bilbera.
14.
Cracky.
7.
Renron.
Also 14.
The two of you will hear, well, and Cracky, you'll hear too, as it is dead quiet here. You will hear kind of the shifting and moving of plants coming from around the corner.
Around the corner inside the room
Yeah,
or
inside
behind
the-
us in the hallway?
In the
Inside the
room.
room.
In the room. Yeah, around the corner in the room.
You two step back a second.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to ready a burning hands and
Okay.
wait till something comes within view.
Sweet. How long do you wait?
Probably not very long. Just wait. If I can hear it, I
Mhm.
figure it's close.
You wait a second, and while the rustling is there, it doesn't seem like it's coming towards you. So waiting, taking the couple seconds to be like, okay, it's not coming towards you, but it's still in the other room.
So
You're muted, I think.
Sorry.
Okay.
Take a step forward and kind of look into the room, see if I can see what I'm hearing move around.
Okay.
And my
You
passive
will,
perception is a 19, if that makes any difference.
a little bit. So you will peek your head around the corner, and you'll see these two what look like just piles of fallen leaves and dead grass and vines and you will see little like mushrooms growing out of them that look like mushrooms, but they aren't mushrooms. And they are this kind of like shifting, and then you will see just for a brief second the glint of teeth and the flicker of eyes in this kind of like rustling, moving mass of leaves and mold. We'll call it mold instead of mushrooms because mushrooms are, almost extinct.
You two ready to do some dirty work?
I thought you hated getting dirty.
Oh, I know. That's why I have the two of you.
What is it?
Something moving around in the leaves. Want to get a better look? And she'll cast Burning Hands.
Perfect. Go
So-
ahead.
It's
Yeah.
a dexterity save with a DC of 14 for the creature. If it's
Dex
within
save.
range. It's a 15-foot cone.
Oh yeah, you definitely would be. I believe in that. You said dex save.
Yep, dexterity 14.
Okay, and then it's half damage if not, though.
I believe it is half damage if it succeeds. Yep, half damage on a success.
All right. You will see the leaves kind of rustle and they will move out of the way just barely. And you will see it reveals that other thing that was there, gray and covered in spores, its mouth opening sideways and like everybody's favorite vampire's Pomeranian from Blade 3. And yeah, what's the damage on that?
13.
Perfect. And this thing the mass that you caught on fire that just was barely able to move out of the way, it turns to ash and cinder as it blows away on the non-existent wind because that's cool and everything's cool like that. However, I
It's
do
got
need
hero wind.
Of course. But I do need everybody to.
You say roll initiative?
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm,
you
mhm.
cut out at the end there, sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Oh, that sucks.
And where's my other thing I just had? This is why you should do everything in groups. Because now I've lost. There it is. Surprising. I am. Okay. Let us go with Bilbero. What is your initiative?
Since I have a -1 on initiative, it's a 5.
Perfect. And Cracky, what's that initiative?
Dirty, dirty 20.
Ooh, very nice. Wait, what? Heck, what is my? For some reason my scroll bar decided to take when I was inputting that and scroll down to the number 15 as it was typed in. Very weird. Renron, what is your
17.
hell yeah? All right. I think. Okay. Yes. I did initiative. Okay. Cool. That will bring us to Cracky. You are up first.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just sort of shrug and I'll step forward to meet the nearest one and just bring my maul up over my head and just bring it down on top of it.
Hell yeah. Squaring up with what looks like an awakened shrub. Bringing your maul up,
16
crashing down onto it. How much damage?
for That's max damage. 15.
And coming down and just this thing, what was kind of moving around is now flat, like just regular leaves.
And I have an extra attack, so am I within range to get to the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
then I'll take another movement and then attack again.
Very
That
nice.
is a nat 20.
Very nice.
And I have a thing. Hold on, let me just check. Sorry guys, new subclass. I have a thing for crits. I know I do. Improve crit. It just makes it easier for me to crit, so it doesn't do me anything extra. So we'll just roll a couple of these. 7 and 6 is 13, plus 4 is 17 points of bludgeoning.
Nice. And again, just bringing down, like you bring your maul down on the one, look over, see the other, take a couple steps, and just kind of bring it, swinging it back around, and it, like a pile of leaves, gets smacked and falls around. Any bonus actions?
That is a fine question. Bonus action? Nope, I got no bonus action.
Hell yeah. That will bring us then to Renron.
1 second. Okay. So Renron is gonna peek around the corner with their hand crossbow. Are there any that they can see still?
There is still the creature with the mouth and the mold spores growing on the back of it.
I shoot it dead.
Okay.
Ooh, that is an 18 plus 7.
18 plus 7, 25. That will definitely hit. Roll me some damage.
Ah, why are my d6 sticking together? That is 6.
Or 6 damage. Nice. The crossbow bolt sinking into its shoulder, it kind of lets out a screech. And anything else?
I'm gonna do it again, because I get 2 attacks.
Hell yeah. Even with the hand crossbow for loading? Or
That's a good question. I think that would be an object interaction.
so the loading is just a trait where it says even if you have you could make 2 attacks, you can only make 1 attack with that weapon. Now, if you had another hand crossbow that you haven't used yet, I would say that would be cool. But I don't think you have 2. I don't
No,
remember.
I have a heavy crossbow,
Yeah, the
which
sniper.
I'd have to put the hand one away and pull out the heavy.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm gonna take the movement, get up closer to it,
Okay.
and smack it with my sickle.
Perfect. Taking the shot, hitting in the shoulder, and as it rears back, you take that to cover the distance to get closer to try and get a sickle hit. What's up? What'd you do? Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh my dear Ranrod. Oh, Ranrod. Okay. Um, so you go and you go to hit this thing, and it brings its hand down, smacking the sickle out of your hand. So the sickle is just a couple feet away at your feet. Still in attack range, so you could move over and still be within the thing without having to disengage, but he has effectively disarmed you. Oof. Anything else?
Mm, nah.
Bobera, it is your turn. I know I've timed it perfectly right when you were trying to do your nose.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
It's fine. It's my waiter. It's the waiter inside of me. I know exactly when to ask people questions.
All right, so making sure I've got this straight. There's 2 creatures.
There is now the one
Just
mushroom
the one.
stalker. Yeah.
Okay, so there's one, and Renrod is right up in its face, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, making sure I understood.
It's all good. It's all good. Also,
This is
Burning
weird flame.
Hands is over a level 1, right?
Yes, it
Oh,
is a level 1.
oh, okay. Just want to make sure. I had to make sure my wild magic thing.
Yeah, it's a first level spell,
Cool.
which I think you can ask me anytime I cast a spell.
Yeah.
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 Not a cantrip, but any other spells. Bop 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 bop. Oh, trying to think of what this character would do. Honestly, I think I know what she's gonna do. I've been sitting here going over it in my head. She's gonna cast Burning Hands again, but spend 1 meta magic or 1 sorcery point to use her meta magic to automatically allow Renron, sorry, to pass the save. So
Yeah.
Renron will only take half damage. And she's gonna Burning Hands this thing again. So that's a dex save with a DC of 14.
Okay. He passes.
And that's 12 points damage, so 6 for half.
6 for half. Ram- Ramron, you and this mushroom stalker both kind of look over to see Bilbera saying, what does Bilbera say before she does Burning Hands? Because it's like does it have a somatic component or is it just or does it have a
I believe,
verbal rather?
yes, it does have a verbal.
So what do you say right before you cast Burning Hands? You're good.
She probably in Draconic. She says the word fire or burn.
Cool. The
Fuck.
creature not the creature not speaking Draconic and Renron knowing being able also to speak Draconic, both of them diving out of the way of this burning hands coming from your hands. Can you roll me a d20?
Sure.
Um, However, both
It's
of you still getting burned from jumping out of the way. What's that number?
6.
Cool. We're cool. We're cool. Nothing. You feel the slight twinge that something could have happened. Something could have happened just there. You shake it off, and your hands ignite. That will. Anything else for me?
No.
Heck yeah. That will bring us to. This guy is dead. I don't know why my game is doing that. And that will bring us to the Mushroom Stalker. He is going to try and claw at you, Ranron. Ooh, Ranron, will a 23 hit?
Very much so.
Okay. You will take 7 points of slashing damage. And you need to pass a DC 10 Constitution saving.
13.
Perfect. You feel the claw after you both jump out of the way. You kind of dusting yourself off, and you just feel claws into your back, and you can feel being a dragonborn and being a little bit more in tune with your body. You can feel that there was something extra on those claws, but you're able to kind of push through it, work your own muscles out, and it does not affect you. And I believe, yeah, that's the last thing on there. So that will bring us, as I do a bunch of clicks. 1 second. That'll bring us back to Cracky.
Cool. So how big is the Mushroom Stalker, and how tall is Renron?
The Mushroom
Uh,
Stalker is like a humanoid, probably like 6 feet tall. It's like regular humanoid height. Upon
Renron is
looking at
6'4".
upon looking at it, you can kind of see that it might have been a corpse, and that this fungus or whatever has gotten onto it and attached to it.
Okay. So my initial thought isn't going to work. I will. I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna try and slip to a flanking position on the creature.
Okay.
And bring my maul down.
Hell yeah. With it being engaged and slipping into a flanking position, go ahead and roll advantage.
Oh, good. The first roll was shit. 16 plus 7, 23.
Perfectly managed to bring the proverbial hammer down, or the literal one, however you want to look at it.
So that'll be 10 points of bludgeoning.
Perfect. And Renron, as you are staring this thing eyes to eyes, you just see behind it hammer, and it is on the ground, unmoving. And ladies, squirrels, and people who do not assign themselves to any part of binary, I am going to call that for our first break. We will see you all if that is cool with the tier of my voice of God. My spectral shadow is there. I'm just filling time until I get a confirmation that he's there, or I am wrong and I don't to time things out. But hopefully this is where we're going to take our first, second, some might break. We do 2 breaks. I don't. People want to get mad at us. I don't care. Um, Waiting, the voice of God. Here he comes. Oh yeah. We'll see you in like 10 minutes.
We'll be right back.
What up, y'all? We're back. Thanks for sticking around and hanging out for the break. And decided to a little recap. The three wonderful human beings that are playing Dragon, and they are here to steal the last mushroom. Before the break, they had finally entered into the town itself. Bilberry noticing that there was a secret door on the left. On the left wall, transitioning to a hallway where they encountered more glass showing them the mushroom, but also two swinging blade traps, easily dispatched by Kreki using his maul. They are now in the room where they have defeated some shambling, awakened, possibly mushroom, fungus, mycelium, and a mushroom stalker, a beast that looks more a corpse-like and ghoul-like with mushrooms growing, or fungus, not mushrooms, because their last mushroom is down below them. So yeah, we have just finished combat, and you all are looking around. You see the hallway, and it appears to dead end.
Looks like a dead end. Why don't you go check, Cracky, just to make sure?
Fine. I'm going to investigate the room. I'm less concerned about finding a door out of here. I'm looking for anything of value left behind in the room. Really?
Okay.
If I find a door, cool. If not, I'm at least gonna find something to stick in my pocket.
Hell yeah! Give me an investigation roll.
I'd also
Uh,
like in on that investigation.
Go ahead.
Straight 17.
Perfect.
Two!
I can tell you, you both find a door. It is on the right wall. So looking in this room as well, you could see the glass. You could see the mushroom from the glass, and then right side of the wall, there is a door. Look like a regular old door. Investigating the room, you don't find anything of value. You just find the grass, then kind of fiddly, gross stuff of the dead, whatever. The mushroom stalker itself, nothing really on it, but the growing mycelium and stuff. You will see on the walls, however, there is more depictions of the people, and these people seem to all be walking towards the hallway. They're each carrying a mushroom above their head. Some of them carrying corn, what look like very crude depictions of corn, and other depictions of like wood. But they're all carrying it in the direction of towards the hallway.
Hey, Cracky,
Mm-hmm.
that one's got wood.
Phalluses all around. Cracky, very like disheartened sounding about having not found anything else. Like, there's a door.
Very good, Cracky. Are you going to open it?
I mean, fine. I'm gonna go and see if the door will open.
It will. It opens just a crack. Go ahead and give me well, hang on here. I can look at your passive. With your passive perception, you can kind of see this room looks similar from like the little bit you're at, and you can see kind of the wall that there are more people and they're moving towards, as opposed to towards the stairway hallway, they actually seem to be going towards like your directional sense out of the temple. Just from the little crack in the door that you've opened.
I was going to say we should probably follow the people, but they're going the other way now.
What else do you see?
Not much. Looks about the same. And I just push the door open and step back.
And as you push the door open and step back, you will see hunkered over the same kind of creature, and its head will flick around, and its eyes will meet yours. Everybody over.
Damn it. Got a 5 again.
So 5 with your -1.
Yeah,
Nice.
just like last time.
Perfect.
Excuse me.
Wonderful Kreki.
11.
Magnificent Renron.
I'll have what she's having.
A 5?
Yup.
Perfect. All right. It is the Mushroom Stalker. He will whip the rest of his body around and make a leap for Kreki. Its mouth opening up, very similar to how everybody has favorite Pomeranian from Blade Trinity. And I'll make a different reference if that doesn't work for me. Predator, the mouth from Predator, if that
There you
doesn't
go.
work for
There you
other
go,
people. Look, go watch Blade Trinity. That's all I'm saying.
It is a phenomenal movie, and that Pomeranian it really makes the day. Yeah.
Who does that to a dog? I'm gonna assume a 5 does not hit you.
No.
Magnificent. So it leaps at you with its mouth open, and you are able just to kind of sidestep, and it lands right next to you, growling. Next up is shambling over closer to the door. The only object there is mass of leaves and vines, making its way over to you. And it reaches out to try and smack you. And I'm going to assume that a 7 does not hit you on that. If my last number did not. So it reaches out again. You're just kind of able to smack it away with your maul. Another one shambling to that same place. While they all rolled really decently. That's really weird. Ooh, however, does a 17 hit?
Yes.
You
17 will hit.
You will feel the vines and just when like you roll in the grass, like a dead leaf pile, and you get like that scratchy feeling. It's like that, only worse because it's something trying to hit you like that. You will take exactly 1 point of slashing damage.
Ow! Hey.
More annoying than anything. A third one coming up, but can't really squish in because the other 2 and the Mushroom Stalker are there. But a third one just kind of waiting. It's settling behind the Mushroom Stalker, but perfectly, it will bring us to Kreki.
Oh, good. And they're all like sort of piled up in the doorway.
Yeah.
Cool. Because that seems like the exact perfect opportunity to open my mouth. And I actually, as I open my mouth, I sort of glance back at our face, and I'm like, and then I say in Draconic, "Burn," as I sort of spit the word out, and a 15-foot cone of fire erupts from my mouth.
Hell yeah. I gotta do saves on those, right?
Yeah, that is DC 13.
Right. For the first one, ooh, nope. For the second one, definitely nope. And for my Mushroom Stalker, you said 15?
Yes.
Okay, half damage.
No, I'm sorry, 13. 13.
Okay, cool. Either way, you said half damage if they save, or no
Half
damage?
damage if they save.
Okay, give me that full damage amount.
The full damage amount is 12.
Nice. So 6 for a half. You looking back, barking out almost this word fire, cone of fire. You immediately just disintegrate these bush piles of mycelium and grass. The ghoul, the mushroom stalker, leaping backwards, still taking up some of the burn on its face, but it burning away some of the dead leaves and such. But you can see that it hit, but just not all the way. Anything else?
I guess I get yeah, I get another attack, right? Yeah, so that's well, let me double check that. Yeah, the breath weapon is just an attack action. So yeah. So I'll step into the thing and swing again
Hell yeah.
into the Mushroom Stalker. For another nat 20.
Very nice. Very nice.
And I realized moments ago that I had been rolling the wrong damage dice for my maul because I had failed to click the equip button in my inventory and it wasn't actually in my list of attacks.
Oh.
Not much better though. So I was averaging about the same anyway. So 10 points of damage from the maul.
Still a very great hit. You breathing fire, burning the things, it's stepping back, and it's unprepared for you to step forward into it after you breathe and cracking it down onto
Yeah,
catching the
I pretty
shoulder.
much don't wait for the fire. Like I breathe out the fireball and then step through my own fire because I don't care.
Yeah, because and also it looks cool as fuck.
Right.
You're aware that it looks, you know what. So and you just catch it right in between its shoulder and its neck, and it just it slumps down. It's able to kind of bring itself back up. Definitely hurt. Anything else?
Nope, that'll do it for me.
Alrighty, that will bring us up to the wonderful Bilbera.
All right. I figured Renron was going to be first. Sorry.
Oh, that's right, because they have a higher dex. We'll swap it next round.
Nope.
But go.
You can go ahead and have Renron go.
All right,
Because
Renron.
Renron would go first. They have a higher dex.
That's fair.
All
That's
right. So, is Cracky blocking the door?
not fully. Now that he's like kind of taken that step in to fill the space that the ghoul was in, so you could get around him to go towards the ghoul or the thing that is like kind of behind the ghoul, which appears to you as just a pile of leaves and mycelium.
Can I see the stalker from the door?
Yes, but he will get you'll roll it with disadvantage because Cracky is literally right there. If you're standing like right where you're at. If you were to go step in and try to shoot, you'd be probably a little better off.
I'll risk the disadvantage.
Sure.
Oh wow, they were only one number off from each other. That's really good.
What you roll?
That would be 11 plus 7 would be 18.
Taking aim, just to, like steadying yourself with your hand crossbow and be like, oh, man, he's right in the okay, and you just take a breath, breathe, and you let fly. It sinks straight into this thing's chest. Give me some damage.
7.
Hell yeah. And with that, sinking it straight into its chest, Cracky, you're able to see its eyes kind of go wide and it just falls backwards.
I imagine like the fletchings brushed past me as it went in, and I just kind of look back over my shoulder at Renron like, really?
What?
Really?
What?
You almost hit me.
But I didn't.
Anything else, Renron?
Nah.
Well, yeah, that'll bring us up to Bilbera. There is still the mound of leaves and such.
But they're both between me and this other thing, right?
Mm-hmm. And to you, it will. Having seen one, you're not 100% because you didn't see it move behind the ghoul. So it could be a leaf pile. It could be something you just fought.
But I don't really have a good, clean line of sight on it. I'm guessing because I've got these two in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm going to Let's see. Are any of them still on fire or smoldering?
Just the piles that were lit on fire before.
So, because it's been caught on fire by his breath weapon, is that magical or non-magical flame?
That, oh man, I literally just read something magical, things like that. But we know what we're gonna do. We're gonna go high or low on it. High or low. High, if you call it right, it is controllable by whatever you're about to do. Low, it is not. Or
We'll
if you're
go
not right, yeah.
we'll go low. Because that's just my luck.
I rolled a 9, so it is controllable.
Awesome. Since there is something next to it burning, I'm going to try to expand the flame 5 feet in the direction of the mound that I can kind of see.
Okay. Yeah, well, it wouldn't move, so it's I guess roll. I How much does fire do? What's like a D6, D8? What does that little flame thing do?
Um, well, control flames just controls the movement of the flame.
Okay. So let's do this. I got you. Oh yeah, it didn't move out of the way. Okay, so you move the flame, starting to move it over to this other pile. It does not move, and then promptly ignites. You hear a weird hissing sound as it catches fire, but it's still there, and it is on fire. Is there anything else you would like to do?
All right, well, one of you deal with that thing, please.
I vote him.
If that is nothing.
And that's my
But
turn.
you're closer.
1, 2, 3. The third one now, as it is close to the two or the one of you. Sorry, now that it's Cracky is still there. It's going to kind of on fire wriggle up. Well, now that's the beginning of its turn. It is going to rise up and come at you on fire, and then fall in front of you as it burns through whatever is controlling it, and the leaves start to dust through the wind. And now you are alone in this room with people. Now that you're in the room, sorry, go ahead.
I took care of it.
Good job.
Also, I can do the fire magic too, see?
Am I supposed to be impressed?
I don't care. I'm going to start to... I'm going to look for loot.
Oh yeah,
Good.
give me that invest. Anybody else wants in on investing? You are more than welcome.
Yeah.
I find nothing.
Ooh. 19.
19.
I get distracted by my own burning handiwork, apparently, because I rolled a 1 and I got a 0 to investigation. I'm just like, fire pretty.
Tree bad, fire pretty.
And as you're investigating, it's just burnt leaves and a dead cookie. What was your investigation again, Renron?
19.
19. With a 19, you will be able to find there is a set of stairs, another door in this room with you. The room is kind of oddly shaped. There is a gate actually barring you from using the stairs. It goes from ceiling to floor. And there is another door that is closed. It looks kind of similar to the one that you just went through, but it seems from the way that you are like standing and everything, it's going out of the temple. You will also notice in this room is the only room that you haven't been able to see the mushroom from view. And with the 19.2, you'll be able to see the people. They, instead of being depicted with like wood or corn or anything other than a mushroom, all of the people are carrying mushrooms and they are walking what looks like they're going down the stairs.
Hey, Gretzky.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah,
I don't know what that. Who's Gretzky?
I thought that was your name.
No.
Meh. Anyway, go smash. And they'll point at the gate.
Fine. I go over to the gate and I will look at the gate and see if there is a way to open it without breaking it, or if I just need to break it.
Give me an investigation check.
13.
You are able to tell that there is possibly a mechanism for moving this gate. You can tell that if you were to smash onto it, you're probably going to do more damage to your weapon than you would the gate. It looks like it is very much one of those. There's a mechanism somewhere that's going to pull this gate up, or it's going to drop down because it looks like it slides.
There's a mechanism somewhere. Why don't you try and find that?
If she's the smart one, why didn't she do it?
I don't care which one of you does it.
Fine. And Bilbera will start looking around for any levers or anything that's visible. Can I use my passive, or do you want me to roll an active investigation? Or
Since you're actively investigating, it'll be an active roll.
okay, just making sure.
Yeah, that's one of those things where I looked at all of y'all's passive stats and I went, oh shit, I need to put some DCs on here. Otherwise, you're just gonna see that right off the bat.
Investigation. So that's a flat roll as well. So that's 12.
With a
I've, like, plus-
12,
I've got plus
sorry,
0 on most of these.
with a 12, you are able to tell that there is the people on this side of the wall are going towards the gate. There is a door in this room that leads possibly out of towards the outress of towards the entrance of the temple. There is another door. The people on the side of this side where the door is seem to be going out the door. So like the one wall all the way down towards the gate, people are going towards the gate. And then from the other extra door in the room, they're going towards the gate. But anything from the door you came towards, those people are going towards that door.
Odd. Do you see how these are all going toward the gate? And those are going toward the gate. But those are going to the door to outside. What do you think it means?
I think they're a very cryptic way of giving directions.
This way in, that way out.
See, all of those ones have the mushrooms. It's like this way to the mushroom.
She's going to take another look, see if she can spot a lever or anything for this gate. Take a look around it.
What's your passive investigation?
15.
Sorry, I'm just looking to see if I can give you guys anything extra. It Y'all give me an intelligence check. Just a straight intelligence check.
Okay.
I was cocked. Hold on.
That's no better. That's not gonna be any
Right. Bilbera?
better. 13, because it's a flat roll for me.
Hell yeah. Cracky?
8.
And Renron.
Are you ready for this number?
I'm so ready.
3.
So good. Bilbera, it dawns on you that there while this room looks like you're going towards the mushroom, they're going out of the lever that you might seek might be not in this room per se, but in another room somewhere else in the temple. And the people might be a way of like, hey, we need to follow the people.
Okay, and the people are all going. The ones that are going out this one door, right?
So
Or are they going out both doors?
if you're standing with your back to the gate, the people in the wall in front of you are going to your right, and then the people on the wall on your right are going towards the gate. So they're making a chain to the gate. They're all carrying mushrooms. There is a small wall opposite the gate that is kind of goes up and then around. It's a weird shape. And they are also going towards the gate. On the door with the wall, with the wall with the door you came in, those two walls on either side of the door, the people are going towards that door, and they're all carrying that kind of wood, corn, water buckets kind of thing above their head, as opposed to the mushrooms.
Let's check in the door. The lever might not be in this room.
It's probably
yeah.
down that hall we didn't go down.
I'm guessing you want me to open it.
Well, of course.
Would it be closed? Didn't we just come through that door?
That's the different door.
The different door, the wall where that door is, they're all going towards the gate. The only wall that has the people going out of the room is the door that you just came in from. If that makes sense. Hang on.
Okay, so it is the door we came in through.
See if I can do this without giving away things. This is why I now understand why you make map. So you can share them with people. You did it, people. It looks like that. Looks like that. It's weird. It looks weird.
Okay, so it's the door that we came in through that looks like they're going out.
Correct.
All right.
The other
let's
closed
go
door
check.
is
All right, well, let's go check the other room. The lever clearly isn't here. We need to find it. So,
Okay.
Guess we head back to the other room.
digging the thought of following the people. You start to follow the people on the wall into the other room, and they go down what looks like a hallway to a dead end. The depictions of people here look like they are walking upstairs, but it is a dead end.
and check
I-
the wall for a hidden door. Any signs of a hidden door?
What were you gonna say, Cracky?
Oh, I'm just gonna walk up and push on the wall.
Okay. What part of roll me? I'll roll a percentage for your wall
Okay.
pushing, and go ahead and Bilbera, give me an investigation check.
All right. That's cocked as fuck. Let's try that again. 2.
Okay, so you're looking at this and you're looking for the hidden door, and Cracky just kind of goes arbitrarily up to a portion of the wall and pushes on it, and the wall does not move.
Well, how do you expect me to see anything with you standing there?
I can tell you that's not it. And I step back.
How very observant of you. Start looking around, not just here in this one spot, but looking around for other clues.
Hang on, where'd my chart of these business go? There it is. You are able with your kind of like passive investigation and now having like kind of looked and seeing that's not exactly where you push, you can start to see maybe some of the leaves in one area are not, they kind of like look like they're stuck. Like, you know, when you have a leaf stuck in a door and you can see like half of the in and half of the leaf out, you can kind of see that there's maybe a door in like near the end of the hallway where the wall and the hallway will meet. If that makes any sense at the
Okay.
end.
Start checking around for a trigger.
Give me another investigation check.
Okay. Let's try this die. 14.
You just barely, as you're about to give up, your fingertips find it. And you give it a little push. And you can see, the three of you can see just like, you know, when you open a door in like movies and it's been a long time and there's like a rush of wind that comes out from under with a dust blowing. That's what happens. And the door kind of sinks in a little bit and slides to the right, revealing stairs going up. And with the depictions on the wall of like the stairs, you can see there are people going up the stairs.
Up seems counterintuitive.
Yeah,
It
I don't want
does,
to go
but
down.
we need to find this damn lever. Oh, just step carefully and go up the steps already.
All right, once again, placing my foot each time and sort of, and then backing off to see if anything moves, and then very slowly, because they're making me go first, I plod my way along up the stairs.
Renron's just gonna watch sort of with the head tilted at the bottom, just like wondering if he actually makes it up.
You, after some time, you do make it up the stairs. The three of you kind of reaching the top of the landing. And in there, you three will see four would look to be humanoid frogs. They are very small. The three of you instantly recognize these as grung. There are three green grung, and there is one kind of a burnt orange color. They will turn around very startled by you, having heard you slowly making your way up the steps, and will speak to you in common, and will go, who are you?
Who the
Oh.
fuck are you?
I am Pete, and this is Pete, and Pete, and on my left, Pete.
Well, Pete, and Pete. We are huge fans of the whole mushroom thing, and we wanted to take a good look. The artwork here is absolutely fascinating. We wanted to study all of it.
Roll me a deception check.
Okay.
Probably gonna win it, but
Maybe?
hey,
That's a natural 20, and I have a +6.
oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, and the orange Pete, just his eyes, you can't really see because Grung eyes are all black, but you can get the feeling that his eyes kind of widen. He goes, "You're fans of the mushroom?
Well, of course.
Well, then this is going to be real awkward because we're here to we're here to steal it.
Wow, so forward. I mean, if you're gonna steal something, usually you don't just tell people that happen to walk in the room that you're there to steal something extremely valuable.
Well, we live in the jungle and we need this mushroom for our tribe so that we can take these mushrooms back and grow more mushrooms.
Oh, I see. Well, do tell us, what have you learned so far?
Well, being fans of the mushroom, you know already that there are many traps in this place, and we were just talking about how to get across to the thing. Get across the thing. Common is hard. If you spoke our language, it'd probably be easier.
I see.
When you say the thing, could you like point at it?
Oh, the thing. It's and he'll point. Uh, not really thumb because I don't know if Grog have thumbs, but he'll kind of thumb over to a door behind him.
Ah. So we're trying to get
Beyond
the
that
door
door.
open.
No. The door is unlocked. We took care of the lock. No. Beyond the door, there is death.
Oh.
Vilbera is going to use her psionic mind to telepathically speak to this guy.
You'll see him freeze up.
It's all right. I just thought it might be easier for you to explain this way, since common is hard.
That's very hard. Our tongues are not made for but
All right, now explain to me what you saw on the other side of the door.
there are pits in the other side of the door. There are pits. You must find the path for the pits. Otherwise, you fall in the pits. We already lost one pit.
So there are pits on the other side of the door.
Yes. Wait, is that in the pits and the other side of the door? Is that in mind?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Going to continue to use her telepathy because there's no action required. Doesn't cast a spell or anything.
Yes, there are pits on the other side of the door. We lost two pits already.
Describe to me what you see. Is there a bridge, or do you have to find another way across?
It's all floor, and you step on the wrong part of the floor, and you just on like you fall through the floor or something.
I see. Is
We
there
have a
any
map.
path? Oh, a map. That would be lovely to see. I bet that would be absolutely fascinating.
And you'll see the two of you not hearing what's going on in this conversation. This orange frog will kind of like nudge one of the peats, and the peat will be he'll be like what, and you'll hear croaking frog sounds. And the other one will take out a rolled piece of paper and hand it to the orange peat, and orange peat will hand it to you. And the map.
She'll unroll it and look at it.
Let's see. Do I have this? Yeah. Like this. The map looks like this. 15 squares, 3 rows of 5. And square, if we're looking at it, square 1, let's see, A3 is blackened out and B1 is blackened out.
And where is the door? Where would we be coming in from? Which side?
This is the only thing that's on the map paper.
So
Where is the door on the map? I'm asking that to them.
That's the door. The orange Pete will point over to the door.
I'm gonna go open the door and look. I assume that the floor has collapsed in 2 places in that room, and that I will be able to orient what I saw with what's in front of me.
So, when you open the door, you will actually see a hallway that leads from as soon as you open the door to your right, it goes a hallway that seems to go again, kind of winding around. You can see the mushroom again from the hallway, and you can see that you are a level higher looking down on the mushroom. Weirdly, you can't see anything other than the square that is there. It seems like the light is the only thing that's illuminating. Everything else looks dark.
So, it's speaking to him telepathically again. So, the two spots you've marked out on your little map, is that where your friends fell?
Yes, that's where we lost a piece.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Grung are very resilient. We don't. I appreciate your sympathy, but they were weak, and we don't like weak people. Weak Grung are among us. So,
That's very understandable. I can tell looking at you, you're very, very strong.
yes, I'm an orange Grung. Orange Grung are better than these lassies. These guys are here basically to make kids so that I don't die. I'm gonna throw them at every trap I can, but I only got 4 of them.
Oh, I see. So we could send one of them in next and see if they fall.
You see him visibly shrug.
Renron's just gonna look between the Grung and Bilbera, just like, because they'd be able to tell at the very least that something is going on. Because I mean, you don't just after a long, long, long pause.
Yeah, this has mostly been silent this whole time.
Bilbera's going to take a moment and speak in Draconic to her companions here. Just bear with me. She'll go back to speaking telepathically to the Orange Pete. So tell me, friend, the mushroom, you have to get across this floor to get to it?
Yes. Well, we think. We haven't got across yet. When we get in the room, like, I'll take you to the room. Like, we can go to the room anytime we want. But, like, there's something on the other side. We don't know what it is. Looks
Oh,
like
I
a
see.
table, some stuff on it. I don't know.
I see. Is there any other way down there to where the mushroom is?
Not sure where we're around. We don't know. There might be, but we don't know.
All right. Well, did you notice the room downstairs that had a gate in it?
Yes.
Any chance you've figured out how to open that?
We figured the gate is attached to this. Because this is where the people, ugh, people, and you'll see him like spit. Even though he said it in his brain, he'll spit because he doesn't like people. And we followed them up here, and we followed them there. So
Oh, that's totally fair. All right. Well, why don't you show us what you've seen so far, and I'll explain to my friends.
okay. Well, let's go. I'll take Sam to the room, and you can explain whatever. But just gonna walk down the hallway. Just come down the hallway, make a right, make another right, and you're right there. And he'll kind of like he was not going to bow to you, but you see that he has a little respect for you, more respect than he does for a human, obviously. And he will kind of grung at his fellow Pete's, and they will go kind of around and in between your legs. You're not wearing any. You're wearing like pants and stuff,
I
right?
am wearing
Correctly, like
pants.
you're.
It's not a skirt.
Oh, yeah. But like correctly, you're wearing like pants that like
Oh yes.
cover skin. Okay, cool. Just making sure. So they'll weave kind of around you, kind of push their way around you. They're really not going to say excuse me or anything. They're just going to literally push you out of the way and go down the hallway. And you're going to see them, Cricky, go down the hall, and you can see them through the glass on the other side.
Vilbera will take a moment to tell them in Draconic. They're going to lead us into another room where they have found that the floor falls away if you step in the wrong spot.
All right.
They've already
Sounds like
lost
a good
2 in there.
time.
They've already lost 2 in there, so I say we let them go first.
I'm
Oh.
tired of going first, so yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't we have them go first?
Exactly.
We're just gonna kill them anyway.
Exactly. And she'll take a second and use her telepathy to once again tell the Orange Pete, "Go ahead, lead the way. We'll follow."
Oh, he's already pushed through. Like he took his group and pushed through past Kreki and they're on the other side where they are, giving you those directions. They kind of left, so it's the three of you in the room.
All right, so following them down the hallway.
Yep.
All right, following them down the hallway, taking that right, the mushroom then being on your right, following kind of the glass around, and you will see in front of you what look like two tiles that have mushroom symbols on them, another mushroom symbol, and a floor that looks fallen away. On the two tiles in front of you, look at that map. No, sorry. Take that tile that is two in front of you and actually put it. There are two tiles in front of you, and then there's a tile to your right that has fallen through. So, yeah. And then there is another tile fallen through, two more to the right, and then one forward of it. Giving you now an orientation of the map. This, where my finger is the door.
Ah,
This is where you're trying to get to, this line.
okay.
And from there, you can see that there is a table and what appears to be some objects on those two tables.
Well, hop to it, I guess.
One of the Pete's will look at you and like his like eyelids will kind of narrow because I think frogs have eyelids. If not, Grung have them for comedic purposes.
Frogs actually have two. They have a nictitating membrane for sure. So, like, I think they have two. I think they have a nictitating membrane and eyelids.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So you'll get a little squinty eyes and you'll hear it in common. Wow, you go first.
I'll use my
Why would
telepathy
I?
once more to speak to Orange Pete. Since we haven't been here and you've done some investigating, perhaps you and your friends could tell us what you've learned so far. I see some of the tiles have mushrooms.
Oh, that's what those are? We didn't know what that was. We didn't even look at it. You'll see him kind of squint his eyes and be like, I didn't even think of that. And he'll call to his other grung, in grung, more grung sounds, and he'll be like, you'll see them kind of argue and bicker, and then one will kind of take two steps forward, and then so two tiles up, one tile to the right. Shit, I better orient my map. My map better be oriented the right way. Okay, so two tiles forward and one tile up, and you will towards the table, and you will see that it will also fall away. The grug falling through the floor, letting out a very loud frog ribbit croak sound, and it's slowly dwindling away. And then you hear a loud, wet splat.
Renron's just gonna wave goodbye to
Now-
the grug.
Did he step on only mushroom tiles?
He did for the first two, and then the one that he stepped on after that was like you couldn't really tell as he was getting. He stepped on it too quickly for you to look, but it did fall through. You'll also notice on the ground, taking a look, that not only are there mushroom tiles, everything looks like a mushroom tile, but there are different strands of weird colors that kind of spider web out across these tiles. And there is two of those lines connecting the two tiles that go back into one line and around the corner. The colors start out as red and blue. The red is for the left tile, blue is for the right tile. But as soon as it hits the tiled floor, after it gets to those two tiles with those two colors, it becomes a bunch of different colors.
Hmm.
It's like one of those mazes where you have to find the path that goes through, but it's all jumbled because there's a bunch of other squiggles on it.
I am so sorry about that, Pete. Talking to him telepathically again. What about
Sure.
these lines? It looks almost like one of those mazes that the children do.
Oh. Again, did I notice the lines? Where's your trial and error here? And so you'll see him arguing in Grung, and you will see him point, and you will see this Grung kind of hop out. We're at 2 Grung now. He will hop out the same path on taking the red fork on the left, hopping to his 2 forward, and then hopping to the end. Now he has 3 tiles to the left, and he hops 1, and he'll hop 1 more forward, and then he'll look and get his face really close, and hop 1 to the right and fall through the floor. Again, same grung sound that you just witnessed, and then splat sound.
Renron waves again.
Well, I suppose it isn't that one.
How many
Renron.
grung are left?
1 orange and 1 both named Pete.
Renron's gonna just lean into their companions and speak in Draconic. I almost feel bad. Almost. I don't
Why?
quite feel so bad. But this seems fairly straightforward, right?
Yes.
You're just letting them kill themselves to watch it happen. I mean, I'm all for that. I like that plan. But that is what's going on here, right?
I mean, of course. And we're learning from them in the process.
Okay.
Now, I've never asked you this before, but I was curious. Are you two ever able to fly or anything?
Why bring that up now?
Because if you fall through the floor, you can catch yourself.
That's easy. Still in Draconic. I'm not going to fall through the floor.
Right?
Keep talking. I found a pen because I'm marking the paths that these little grung have taken. So keep doing what you're doing. I'm just gonna pop out of this frame real fast just to go. Okay, now I'm gonna have to not show my butt on
So
cam.
I looking at where the holes are and where how far the last guy got and how many rows do we have to go still to get to the end? You can tell us that in a minute. Meanwhile, I'm going to suggest, like, having watched the path the last guy took, I'm going to suggest in Draconic that you tell Pete to try that tile next. And I pick the one I think is most likely at this point based on what we've observed.
And Renron will also lean back over to Kreki and be like, if we lose both of these two, I have an idea. You got that big, scary, spiky thing. You could just tap the tile with it real hard and see if it falls.
I already thought of that. Also, fun note. I don't think we should lose both of these. The next one falls through. I think I just pick up that one and carry him with me and drop him on tiles in front of me until we make it.
That works too.
I love that idea personally. Okay,
Then
so
I can shoot him in the eye after that.
making a grid, starting with 1 at the very back, at the very bottom, and going to 5 at the top, and then A, B, C. The tiles that have fallen out are B5, B and C3, B2. Those are the 4 that have fallen. The
So
path
what was the last one? Was it B or C was the last one?
B2.
B2.
The path that the grung took before he fell, the last one, was C1, B1, A1. Then he went up to A2, A3, and then he went to B3, and that's where he fell in.
And he was following the red path?
He was following the red path, correct. Now, in front of you, there is C2 still exists, but B2 doesn't exist. And that was where the grung previously went. He went from C2 to B2 and then fell through.
The only way through 3 currently is through A, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Does the blue path look like it follows along that line with the existing tiles still there?
Give me an investigation check,
All right.
because there are a lot of lines.
No, Tila. Thank you. 16.
You can tell that it goes at least for those first 3 in front of you. You're not so sure once it goes past that. So CBA1, that whole row has a blue kind of wiggling vein, vine, whatever you want to call however the floor is set up to look. But yes, you can tell at least that far.
Pete, telepathically again.
Yeah.
So that last one was following the red, was he?
I think he was following the blue. The red, blue. Hang on. He looks at the ground. The red one. He was following the red.
Has anyone tried following the blue yet?
No.
Do you think it'd be worth trying?
Doesn't hurt to try. And you'll see him kind of turn to the other Pete, arguing more. This one seems a little more heated because there are now only 2 grung, and the 1 grung left that is green. Well, a little backstory on grung. Grung are a caste society. Their colors denote where they are. Green is kind of the bottom of the chain. The orange one is in charge of this green one, and the green one is like, I just watched my 2 friends die. I don't think that's a good idea. You're in charge.
Seeing this argument happen, and keep in mind, I have not spoken in common in front of the grung yet, and I'm not starting out. I just lean down and sort of snarl and take the flat, like, if you imagine it's a baseball bat, like the non-hitting surface tip of the bat, and just sort of push him towards the door, the green one.
Ooh. And you could see the orange Pete kind of slaps the other one, like, because the other one's about to start like draw this little green dagger, and the orange Pete just slaps the green Pete, wiggles his little hand in front of him, and then points over. He points to the ground at the blue path, and he points to the rest of the tiles, and you see the little green.
And I just like sort of looming over Orange Pete, just snarl again, and smoke just sort of billows out of my nostrils.
You could see that this little green grunt is very shaken by this show of force and intimidation, and he looks at the ground and puts his little finger on it, follows it, and he gets right to the edge, and you're about to into that tile that is not existent, and then he stops and catches himself. And he looks up, he looks at Orange Pete, and he goes, And in common, because he has no idea how to talk to you in his head or how you're doing it, Orange Pete just goes, "That's where it goes."
All right, well then we know that it's not the blue path. And she'll turn to her companions once more, in Draconic. Well, the red path was a dead end. The blue path is a dead end. Is it time to start breaking tiles, so to speak?
Just have him go forward.
There's a hole in front of him.
No, there's not a 4. There's not one at 4A though, right?
Correct. He followed. He literally went to C2, and then that's where the blue
No.
path stopped.
No, have him follow red, but go straight where the other one turned.
Yeah, the whole A row still has tiles on it.
All right, once again, using telepathy. Pete, what if he followed red, but went straight where the other turned?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. The other one was I think between you, me, and this brain of mine, I think he was not very good at finding tiles. So we'll see. And you'll see he'll shout in Grung at the other Grung to come here. He'll come and he'll point at the red line and he'll follow his hand. And the Grung will put his almost like his nose to the thing, and following that red line goes to C1, B1, A1, goes to A2, goes to A3, and instead of going to that B3, he goes forward to A4, and that is completely fine. And he's following and he's following, and he follows it forward into A5. However, it is when he steps on that tile that he will just go straight through the floor. With that same sickening smack, the Orange Pete will look to you. And he'll have a moment. And he'll draw his little dagger. It's shaking, and then he's just he's making grung sounds at you.
I say in Draconic, tell him I'm going to carry him through to safety.
Using her telepathy. Now, Pete, what is that all about?
Yes, I saw. I told you in confidence that I had this grung here for me, and if you're forcing me to put my men at risk, and when I'm supposed to be doing that, and now there's only one of me left, and there's 3 of you, and I'm starting to think you don't want to eat the mushroom. Take the mushroom too.
Oh, Pete, of course not. I was simply curious. Now, don't worry, my friend here, he's going to carry you to safety. He'll make sure that you make it all the way across.
Need you to do a persuasion.
Oh, shit.
As
Meanwhile, Renron is just watching all of this with like the biggest toothy devilish grin.
All right.
Oh, yeah, because this is full on, like, finger on his chest, being all cutesy. Or as cutesy as a big blue dragon can be.
All right. But are you touching his skin?
No.
Okay.
No.
Wanna make
Not
sure.
his skin. Would not touch his skin because she doesn't know what he is. So I rolled a 17, and I actually have a +3 in persuasion, so that's an unnatural 20.
He will stop shaking. He'll look at you, put his little dagger away, and be like, okay, to safety. Yeah, to safety.
Yes, my friend here, he's going to carry you. You're going to be perfectly fine. She'll kind of bat her eyes. Would I lie to you?
I mean, you haven't lied before, so that's good, I guess.
Is he wearing clothes?
He is not. He has a simple little, what looks like a rope belt and maybe a little front flap. And that is it.
In Draconic, perhaps you should wrap him in a blanket.
Yeah,
You-
I'm gonna.
yeah.
I'm gonna. Do I have a blanket? Let me check.
The three of you would know, being professionals at your job and having lived in this world, that grung skin is poisonous if you touch it.
Yeah, I'll pull out a blanket and just sort of like wrap him up and pick him up and like just sort of football carry him under my arm with the maul on my other shoulder, and I'm gonna walk out, and I'm gonna step very carefully the first time I step.
Okay.
Just to test that, like, these things held grung, but they haven't held me yet, so I'm very tentative with my first step.
Fair.
And then I'm going to, provided it holds, I'm going to follow the path to C1, B1, A1, A2, A3, A4. And then when I get to A4, I'm going to turn towards B4, and I'm going to take my maul, and I'm going to tap that tile harder than my footstep would be.
Yeah.
And see if anything happens.
While
Mhm.
while
go ahead.
Cricky's out there, Indraconic Renron is just gonna shout at him, "Chuck him down a hole!"
Indraconic back, wait for it.
Cracky, you have seen these grung. You have seen them fall through the hole in the floor. You tentatively put your foot out, testing it. It seems to hold. You put more weight, more weight, more weight. You're picking up your other foot. You're dragging it behind you, and you place it firmly on the tile, it holding your weight. Accepting that these tiles are going to hold your weight, you continue your path B1, A1, A2, A3, A4. Turning from the hole, you can kind of maybe see some neon color spat in the darkness. You turn and you bring the was it the hilt? No, pommel, whatever the end of a giant maul is. That isn't the head. Bringing it down with the stone, it does not collapse through.
All right, I'll step on to B4.
Mhm.
Now the only two tiles left from there are C4 and C5, correct?
Correct.
So how hard would I estimate it to be to not step on C4 and to go straight to C5 diagonally?
You could go diagonally to there pretty easily. It would take maybe a little bit of a dexterity acrobatics just to make sure that you didn't fall into the hole that is on B5. But yeah, you could do that. Would not be too difficult of a DC, probably like 5.
Could I do it with could I use athletics to do that?
If you are you trying to you just want to jump? Are you like jump to it?
Actually, no, I don't want to jump to it. Never mind. I know I'm just gonna go up and I'm gonna use the maul again to test C4.
Okay. You bring your maul down and the floor just crumbles underneath it.
Okay, so now I have to jump to C5.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Because now that you're closer to the other, you're almost across this tile floor. You'll be able to see the table and stuff.
Perception. Dirty 20.
Hell yeah. Craigie, you'll notice now that you're closer to this table that the table has, on one table has a stone and a kind of piece of log. The other table has 3 looks like vials of colored liquids, and behind that on the wall there is some depictions with above those depictions is in common says, "Follow the line and jump in time." The depictions on the wall behind you will see a what is it? Where I got it? Oh, what looks like a fully grown humanoid on the left. It next to it on the right is a baby. Looks like it's kind of crawling. And next to the baby is like an old man looking at the two of them, kind of being like, "I'm an old man." And then behind the picture, the table with the stone and the piece of wood, is a depiction of the sun and a mushroom kind of growing out from underneath. Behind the wood piece, the mushroom is growing like behind the wood piece with the perspective that you have.
Mm. And just out of curiosity, since I'm standing here, I want to, and I've just made a perception check. I would also like to note, like, is there a colored line that was a through path for this?
It looks like with the dirty 20, you'll be able to see like on the bottom, like where the floor is. There's all of the lines, and you're kind of for a second overcome with how many, but then you can kind of see the red line. But the red line looks like it goes from behind you, it snakes up, and then it stops at the tile in front of you. And it doesn't seem like it goes left.
All right. Well, it. In Draconic, I read out what the thing on the wall says, and then let them know that there's a jump that has to be made here.
Put the frog on it to check if it's safe.
I thought of that, but then he's already there before me, and I don't know that I like that. He might
You've
mess
got him
with things.
swaddled.
Yes, but we might need him to check things that are on the table too.
That.
Okay.
So I'm gonna lean over with my hammer and tap C5
And
just as much as I can.
almost as if you kind of had the idea that it was what's going to happen. You tap it, and the floor just kind of falls. So now there is a blank jumpable row.
Yep.
And then the thing.
And yeah, so I'm gonna jump straight across. I just want to athletics jump straight across if I can.
Yeah. Give me that check. Rung in hand.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 18 plus 7 is 25.
It's you almost don't like when there are people that are taller and there's like a gap and they're able to just kind of step over and then kind of hop to their other foot. That's basically what seems to happen here. Kind of like, oh, this is step, a hop, and you're on the side with the tables.
Yeah, that wasn't hard.
How far away
Ladies
from us are
first.
they?
Far enough that you'd have to walk to them, but close enough that you could kind of talk to them in a louder voice to hear them across the room.
Are they more than 30 feet from us?
I'd say probably just at the cusp of 30 feet.
Okay. My telepathy only goes 30 feet. That's what I'm asking.
If you walked a little bit on the path, maybe up to like B or A2 or 3, you'll be able to ping them.
She'll just call out in common. I told you he'd get you there safely.
Hear small grumbling sounds of grung in the swaddle that you're carrying, Kreki.
Well, ladies first.
Quite, I suppose. She will follow the path that Kreki took, and then make that hop across, hopefully.
Strength check, or if you got athletics, even if you got acrobatics, one of those two, whichever is higher.
I
strength
actually
or
have
dex.
athletics.
Oh, there you go.
Because I have a -1 in acrobatics. Oh, not that it's really going to matter. I rolled a 9, so that's only 11.
You It looks a little bit wide at first, but you hop across almost like you're going to teeter backwards, but your feet land flat. You are across.
Renron's turn.
Yeah.
Come on then.
Oh, baby. I'm not even gonna check what goes with that.
Nice.
Very nice. You somehow make it look even easier. Somehow. Like Cracky made it look pretty easy, but you somehow made it look easier. And you are also on the other side.
I basically made it just look like I went whop.
Yep.
It looks like I literally just stepped over it like it was a crack in a sidewalk.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. The three of you are there. There and that close. You will see on the far wall the words "Follow the line, jump in time." The table with the wood and the stone on it. The mushroom positioned behind the stone. The 3 vials of colored liquids and the human man, baby, person.
Okay, so from this perspective, we can now see the mushrooms behind the stone, not the wood.
Yes, you can see it. Not behind the stone. Sorry, yes, the mushroom is behind the wood, not behind the stone. That's my bad.
Okay, the mushrooms behind the wood, and there's 3 vials of liquid on the other table.
So, I think the vials pertain to that weird, riddle, the 2 legs in the morning, blah, blah, blah. You know that riddle. Like, which vial is behind which stage of life has something to do with this.
I'm not sure I'm familiar with that one. How's it go?
What has 4 legs in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 3 in the evening?
Riddle
Man.
does exist here.
Yes, man. Because they crawl on all 4s at birth, walk on 2 legs through most of their life, but if they need a cane to support themselves in their old age, they have 3. Why is everyone staring at me like that?
So, and it's just the 2 tables, right?
It's just the 2 tables next to each other.
And the sun, does it look more like it's in a morning position or an afternoon position?
Give me. Give me an investigation check.
Yes, sir.
It says deciphering clues. We'll take that.
Haha! 8.
You cannot tell the position it's in. However, you can tell from looking at the sun that it is actually a sun and a moon on top of each other, and they're both shining down onto the mushroom.
I wonder why the sun and moon are together.
In Draconic, I say the people in the carving going through the gate downstairs, they were carrying wood.
Yeah.
I thought they were carrying mushrooms.
The mushrooms were on the wood, as if they were growing off of the wood.
Yes, Cracky, I recall. However, we're trying to figure out these vials.
I'm just saying, I think we need the wood.
Well, yes. But the actual wood on the
Cricky
table,
just
not
wants
your
wood.
wood. I love that we both went there.
I was gonna have you repeat yourself, but you both ended with the word wood, so I just assumed that was the choice.
Yeah,
He's
Bill
been
Barrett.
making dick jokes all thing.
Yeah, Bilbera said we need that wood, not your wood.
Whatever. Look. The moon's out. Therefore, it's the old man vial, right?
But
The
the
sun's
sun is
also out.
there.
I don't know. What's he think?
I think sun's out, buns out.
I'm still holding him like a football. Like, just
Why don't you let him out of the blanket
why?
so that he can help us?
Fine. I set him on the ground and I pull the blanket off.
If he touches you, I'm saying I told you so.
See him
Right.
kind of shake himself after being unfurled from the blanket. Squints his eyes at you.
Bilbera will once again use her telepathy. I'm so sorry about that.
It's fine. This happens sometimes, I guess. I don't know. I've never been out of the jungle.
I lean down and like as if I don't speak common well, I just like manage out the word safe.
Yes.
And then I say to uh to uh uh to tell him in Draconic, I say, tell him that I wanted to know, let him know I got him here safe. I'm keeping up a pretext.
Bilbera will use her telepathy. I do apologize for my friend. He barely speaks any common.
Yes,
He
it's
just
a hard
wanted to make
language.
he just wanted to make sure you knew that you were safe now. He wanted to get you here safely.
Oh. Well, that's fine, I guess. He seems like a good guy. Well, dragon.
He just wanted to make sure it was safe before he unwrapped you from the blanket.
That's fair. This, this is a puzzle.
I do believe it is. What do you
It's,
make of it?
I think you have to make a mushroom. I think you gotta make a mushroom.
Oh, I see. So we were discussing there is a riddle about the stages of life of man.
You
And
say the word man in his brain and you see him visibly spit.
oh, I totally understand. Humans are disgusting.
Yes, they are. They're gross, and I can't wait to own one as a pet.
Oh, you're braver than I am.
They're pretty handy. You can work them a lot.
Oh, I suppose they can be useful in some ways.
So yeah, you gotta make a mushroom. I don't know how you make a mushroom. You gotta make one.
Hmm.
That's what that looks like. You say something about a man puzzle?
Yes, we think it has something to do with these odd vials that are over here. Look at the position of the sun and the moon here above the mushroom, though. What would you make of that? Time of day, do you think that would be?
As I roll intelligence. Sorry, y'all. He looks at it and he goes, I don't know. That looks like any time of day. I'm not a scholar. I'm not a higher up, as you would say. I'm just a orange grung. Orange grung, chill mushroom.
That's all right, Pete. I know you're doing the best that you can.
Thanks. That means a lot.
She'll switch
Not
back to
really.
Draconic. He has no idea what this puzzle means.
Mm-hmm.
So in Draconic, so are we done with him?
No, not yet. We might need him still.
It's nothing
Fine.
parties.
Would we know what an eclipse is?
You roll me a history check. We'll see if you read a book about eclipse that had an eclipse in it. You're a professional. You've been on the road.
15.
You would know what an eclipse is. You have read about them from a star book that you picked up on some random other thing you all got tasked to do.
Okay, now would the depiction that's on the wall look like what I might imagine an eclipse to be?
From the depictions that you've read and from the depiction on the wall, not gather that it's depicting an eclipse.
So
Roll
that's
me
a no.
correct, but roll
Okay.
me do another intelligence roll though.
Okie dokie. Three.
You're getting a sense that the wall might just be depicting when how the mushroom gets power, like how mushrooms get power from sunlight and moonlight. But that's all I can give you because you rolled a 3.
Okay. Renron's just gonna stare at the wall. And then in Elvish, well, turn away from the wall and stare back at all the missing tiles. And in Elvish, say, I'm bored. And just
Bilbera will
stop
say,
looking at the wall.
Bilbera will say in Draconic, "What did you say?"
Oh, sorry. In Draconic, I'm bored.
You're bored of
Ranron,
looking?
would you say I'm bored? There will be a tiny spectral voice that you hear in your head that says, "I'm bored. I'm dead." In your head, though.
Renron will just like look around like,
The DM will take 4 psychic damage because I made my own dad joke. Sorry, y'all.
In Draconic. Can we get this moving?
Well, round one, what do you make of it?
I don't know, try the baby one.
What do we do with it?
Pour it on the log.
Might as well give it a try.
You don't think I'm gonna do it, do you? We have a frog for that.
Yeah, make a Pete do it.
Switching to telepathy. So, Pete,
Yes.
my friend here thinks that this telling us that we need to put, and she'll point to the potion that looks like it's related to the baby, this on the log.
Oh. Which that makes sense. Especially if it's tied to your human. And you'll see him again, visibly spit. Rizzo that you're telling me about. Okay. And he'll go
Why
over
does
with
he
his
keep
little webbed
doing
hands.
that?
She'll say
Take
in
it over.
Draconic, he's disgusted by humans.
Yeah, fair.
He'll take the little vial from the baby thing. It's kind of like a light bluish liquid, and he will pour it on the wood. And the wood will slightly glow. And the baby on the wall will light up.
Looks like we need all 3.
I think we have to do it in order.
No harm in trying, I suppose. Pete,
Yes.
My friend believes that next we need to put, and she'll point to the one that looks like it's related with the adult, but not the elderly one. This one on next.
Okay. He'll literally just chuck the empty vial behind him into the darkness. You'll hear it tink, 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 and then roll off the edge. And then there's a faint shattering of glass. And he'll go over and he'll pick it up and he'll pour it on the log and do the same thing. And the log will glow again. This time, the ground where the mushroom is at will start to glow, and the human man will
And I suppose this one is last.
Pitter patter, little man.
you'll see him, he'll pick it up kind of hurriedly, pour it on there, chuck it behind him. The the mushroom itself will not glow. The ground is still glowing, and now the last depiction of the human is now glowing. And yeah, the log itself is just a slight glow, as if it has been obviously treated with these 3 chemicals.
Wonderful. Now what do we do with it?
We take it back to the gate, I guess.
You think we need to go all the way back to the gate with it?
Yeah, that's where the people with the wood were going.
All
Right?
Yeah, is there any other like doors or anything on this side, or just the tables?
It's just the tables. From looking at each of the depictions, you can now kind of tell the last thing that needs to be glowing is the sun, and the mushroom itself needs to be glowing.
I don't think we're done here yet. Not everything is glowing.
We should do something with the stone then.
How does the stone come into play? I wonder.
Hmm.
Looking at where the eclipse is depicted, and looking at the stone, is there any place up there for the stone to fit? Is there like a recess or something it would fit into?
No. All of you give me just a flat intelligence roll. You're so close. I have to tell you that. So close. I've been rolling for the Grung to possibly like help inspire, but his rolls are shitty.
17?
Cracky?
14.
Renron.
Renron's in the same boat as Pete, probably, because that's another 3.
Bilbera, it will dawn on you that you are trying to grow a mushroom. That this is making you try to grow a mushroom, and that mushrooms need moisture, and they need warmth, and they need sometimes light and sometimes darkness. So at this point, you've moisturized the log where it is going to grow, and now you need the warmth to grow the mushroom.
It needs some kind of warmth, perhaps. Wonder. Let me see. She's going to take out a torch from her bag and use prestidigitation to light it and hold the lit torch to the rock to see what happens.
The rock begins to be a rock. It is still a rock, solid as stone. However, since close to the wood and you have lit a torch, which is a very large kind of light source, you will see that the wood begins to twitch and turn. Everyone will see this as you're kind of there. It will start to twitch and turn. the wood bark itself will kind of do the cool thing when you put electricity through it and kind of spider web through. And behind you, as you will not be able to see this because it's behind you, Barbara, but Kreki and Renron, you will see the sun, moon. Sorry, I didn't echo myself. It's cool. I got confused. I was like, oh god, that's the moon and the sun will begin to, and the beam of light that it has will start to illuminate the mushroom. And as the mushroom begins to glow, you will soon see a small, like mycelium thing pattern appear on the top of the log, and a like nub for a head begins to start. And as the mushroom illuminates full, behind you is full, you will all, including the grung, hear an audible click and the sound of grating metal against stone somewhere far off into the in the temple. And I think if the voice of God is here, otherwise I will stall for 2 minutes. But if the voice of God is here, I think hell yeah, the voice of God is here. I hear him. Uh, and he, this is a great spot for our final break. And yeah, we will see y'all in 10. And we're back. Hello, everyone, and thank you for sticking around through our second break. Thanks for just sticking around in general. Thanks for watching this game. And we're back inside the Temple of the Last Mushroom. Our wonderful our heroes have figured out how to grow by growing this starting mushroom. They have unlocked the gate to get to what is known as the last mushroom. We will pick up right there. The light illuminating off of the mushroom and all of the other things on the back, the click and sound of grating metal against stone having happened. Orange Pete then looks to all of you and hops back over and begins taking off towards the gate area.
As he tries to hop away,
Yeah, I would like to do a thing.
Bilbera
yeah,
will use her
hand crossbow.
telepathy. Bilbera's going to use her telepathy as he's trying to hop away. Pete, you should wait for us in case there are traps or something you need us to deal with.
Greggy, what is the one thing that you will do?
Can I attempt to grapple? I still have a blanket.
Yeah, I'll give you. Gonna try and catch him out of the air. That's. You could do athletics. He's gonna do acrobatics because he's trying to jump away from you.
That's fine. I rolled is it a 16 or 18? That's an 18. I rolled an 18 plus 7, 25.
He rolled a nat 20 plus 3.
Ooh.
So you just barely, as he is and he hears the wait, don't go, and he just gets caught in this blanket, and you've got him, and he's like, he's kind of struggling around, and you've got him in the blanket.
And I say, back, safe.
Pete, it'll be all right. He's just trying to keep you safe. I'm so sorry. He's a bit gruff.
It's a persuasion check. He's
Yeah, that's fair.
Renron still has like their hand hovering like at their hand crossbow, like I'm ready to shoot you in a second, bud.
It's only a 15.
he stops struggling and I was just the mushroom says I still have this weird feeling that you're probably gonna try and kill me, but I don't know why. Maybe it's because you're big. But okay, safe, fine, that works. I am safe. Sorry for mistrusting you.
I am so sorry. I didn't mean for him to scare you. It just, there might be traps or something, and we wouldn't want you just jumping into one.
That is fair. It is very fair.
We can't get you to the mushroom safely if you run ahead like that.
Also very fair.
Renron's just gonna look at Kreki and in Draconic go, now are you gonna throw him down a hole?
Yep.
Good man.
Bilbera will say to them in Draconic, not yet. We might need him.
So I'm gonna attempt to hop
Come on.
back over.
Sorry, I was really prepared for you to look Bilbera dead in the eyes and full on just chuck him into that hole.
It's not dramatic enough yet. Give me a second. So I hop back over. I rolled a 19.
Very easily.
Plus lots. Hop back over, and I'm gonna follow the path back until I get to B1, and then I just looked at him and go, see, safe, and then I just drop him into B2. Blanket and all, just.
All right, make sure you remove your blanket from your. As this orange grung, his eyes still black for a frog eye, somehow widen bigger as you drop him, and he lets out grung sounds down, wet splat of the grung. Yes, sir.
Hey!
Welcome, Raiders. Knights Fall rating with a party of 7. Thanks, guys. Raids are metal.
What's
Woo!
up? You just literally, our good Kreki here just dropped an orange grung swamp blanket, and the grung is now dead. They're stealing the last mushroom. Now you're caught up.
Cracky, I told you to wait. We might
Oh.
have needed bandana.
I waited. I was over there, and now I'm over here.
But what if there's a trap or something with poison that we needed him for?
Oh. Ah,
Really, you need to learn to use people correctly.
I forgot. And I just stroll back out.
I mean, honestly, if you're going to take advantage of someone, do it to the full extent.
I will need Dex, acrobatics, or athletics from the two of you to hop back over.
All right. That shouldn't be a problem. 19.
Same.
14.
Let me check my notes real fast. Renron, you jump easily get over. And you turn around to see Bilbera is jumping as well, right behind you. But their foot catches the edge, and they're not able to put that forward momentum to step the rest of the way. And their foot slips, and they begin to fall backwards into the hole. And you must make a choice now. Do you save your friend, this person that has been working with you?
Friend.
Yeah, friends in quotes. Do you save this person? Or do you take a bigger cut?
For a moment, the words that Bilbera has uttered right before this has happened, of learning to use people correctly, rings in Renron's ears. And I am going to roll a d6. If it is odd, they do not help. If it is even, they attempt to help.
It wouldn't be will of the dice if we weren't doing it to the will of the dice.
Oh wait, you can't see it well. It's a 4. It's a 4. It's an even. So, yeah. They help. They attempt to help.
So you throw your hand out there to try and help catch Bilbera. Bilbera, go ahead and make another athletics, dexterity, acrobatics check.
Alright.
With advantage, as there is now a hand out there to try and help you from falling.
Great. Not that one.
What could be probably to your death.
Oh, no, I have a backup plan. 19 plus 2, 21.
The hand shooting out, that moment you can see in Ranrod's eyes that may not help you, but the hand coming out and you just very easily grab it, and the two of you are on the other side.
Bilbera will take a gold from her coin purse and hold it out to Ranrod. For your trouble.
Thank you.
Wait, but you have no gold. None of you have gold.
Oh, we don't?
No, none of you
Oh, okay.
have gold.
Sorry. I
So
should
high
check
five.
that.
It's a chocolate coin.
Yeah, I'll give you that. That'd be in your rations.
There you go.
There
Give her
are
a piece of
rations.
chocolate. I'll give them a piece of chocolate.
No.
Oh yeah. I'm assuming you all make your way back to the gate. We all have
Yes.
to
Yep.
making
Did we
your
bring
way.
the log?
No. None of you grabbed the log beforehand, but you heard the gate.
I grabbed the grung.
Oh, do you think we need the log?
We might actually. I don't know what other locks might be down there. Maybe one of them actually needs the mushroom.
I'll get the log.
You're already over there. You
Yeah,
have
so
to move through us.
Sorry, I thought you guys had already made your way around the path.
Yeah, I
My
thought we did too. It's okay.
Oh,
That's fine, Renron. You're a little better at jumping the gap than I am.
I just saved your life.
Yes, and you're better at jumping the gap than I am.
I can't fly.
And you assume that I can.
You asked if people could fly.
Yes, because I wanted to know if there was a chance you were going to fall. Look at me, and she's going to kind of turn her back to her for a moment. Do I look like I have wings?
If you were full dragon, you wouldn't have to necessarily show that part of yourself.
While they're discussing this, I head back down. I am bored. Yeah, I head into the gate.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
So are you going to get the log or not?
What's the worst that could happen? And they're going to make the way to the gate.
Excellent.
Gilbera's just going to go too.
Perfect. You all make your way back down the stairs, going the opposite of the statues, entering the other room towards where that gate was, and seeing that the gate has vanished, quote unquote. It no longer barring your access to the stairs leading down. You follow the stairs and you get to the room where it all happens. It is open. There are some columns there to hold up the floors above it, but you will see what has been tempting you this whole time that has just been just barely out of reach behind a glass. In front of you on a small little log is the last mushroom. A beam of light coming down through the roof and hitting it right in its spot. Now, Bilbera, with your passive perception so high, you will also notice that in one of the corners of this room is an even larger mushroom. And around that mushroom, connected with different mycelium and vines, are 6 corpses. Those corpses will start to sputter and shake as they start to sit up. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
You all see that, right?
I do now. God damn it. Well, I guess I'm not rolling that d20.
Wait, did you just pull a me and lose a die?
Kind of. I mean, I know roughly where it went. Just bounced onto the floor.
Alrighty. Bilbera.
15.
As I drop my mouse. Mother. One moment, I've thrown my mouse across the room. I am so sorry, everyone watching this. I'm not going to do what most streamers will do and would show you my butt. It's not that kind of thing. We're not in just chatting. Sorry to call shade to people who go to just chatting. But we all know why you're there. It's for butts. Cracky, what is this beautiful initiative?
It is a 16.
Hell yeah. And Renron.
21.
Nice. Very nice. All right, Renron, that will bring you up first, actually.
All right, roughly how far are they from us?
The corpses are on the other side of the room. With your movement, you should be able to close the distance, no problem. Or shoot at them
Okay.
should you need to.
Okay. So, Renron is going to step in front of their compatriots
Okay.
and spit some acid at these motherfuckers.
Nice. Go ahead. I gotta roll a dex check for that, don't I?
Right. It's a 13 DC.
Alrighty. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, catch 3 of them. You said 13 is the dex check?
Yes.
Okay, give me that damage.
10.
10 damage. And this is acid damage, I'm assuming, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. And that one. The stepping in front of your friends and kind of moving up a little bit, you breathe that acid cloud from your maw and the acid breezing over these zombies. And twitching and sputtering, you could see their dead skin kind of dissolving underneath them. They are still standing. Anything
All right.
else?
Yes, I'm going to shoot one
Hell yeah.
with the heavy crossbow.
Very nice. Pulling out what would proverbially be known to some as a heavy crossbow, or in some hands, a deadly sniper rifle. Taking aim and what is
No. Brain math not do good. 16? 9 plus 7.
yes, 16. Arrow sinking into this creature very easily. What's the damage?
Alrighty. Boop, 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 boop. Excuse you. 5.
5 damage. It's still sinking deep into this zombie's chest. You can see it kind of staggers back a little bit and slowly regains its footing. Anything else?
Nope.
Righty. That will bring us to the overgrown mushroom thingamajig. And it will. It will begin to move, uprooting itself and kind of crawling around on what looks like more mycelium, kind of pulling itself forward closer. It moves behind its zombie corpses that it is attached to, and it will try to. It will pull one of them in to itself, and that is its turn. The corpse kind of just being sucked into this giant mushroom. There's my counter. They'll bring up Cracky.
Okay, now just so I make sure I've got this, the mushroom that we're after is in the center of the room, and then this thing is there with it, and then on all these zombies. Okay, so the first thing I do is I yell out behind me as I move in, and I will move to a different to different ones than what Alice just attacked. But I yell back at Bilbara, no fire, we can't afford to burn the mushroom, as I run in and will swing my maul at the first one I come to. Will a 15 hit?
It will.
Excellent. That was this much damage. So that will be 10 points of damage.
Oh yeah,
First swing.
coming in, striking it in the side of it. It's a very nice blow to it.
All right, it's still up though.
Yeah,
So I will
still
take my
standing.
second attack, which will. I rolled a 17 plus lots, so I'll assume that hits if the
Correct.
15 did. That's much better. For 12 points of damage.
Finishing it off very quickly, catching in the side, and then coming back up, crouching down onto its head. The corpse being severed from the tendrils that are holding this to the giant mushroom creature thing. It lays motionless on the. Any bonus actions?
Nope, no bonus actions.
Righty. That'll bring us to Bilbera.
How far is the mushroom we're trying to get from where I am?
I would say 10, 15 feet ish.
She's going to run over and try to grab it to get it out of the line of fire.
Okay. You run over and pick this mushroom up. I need you to give me a sleight of hand so that you do not crush this mushroom.
Ooh. That's -1. That's 15.
You are able to get over to it and to pick it up into your hand without crushing the stalk or the head of the mushroom. And you are now in possession of the last mushroom.
Excellent. And you said we could see upstairs where we came in from that window, correct?
You can see, so where you're at, you can see the glass from the perspective, a little bit of like the walls around you. You can't like see the floor. It's like when you look up in a glass area and see, you can see up that there are more floors, but you can't see like exactly floors.
Awesome. I'm going to dimension door back upstairs to where the door is to exit the temple and take the fuck off.
God damn it, that was gonna be my plan next turn!
Hey, we just got rated again, guys. Carrion Comfort Studios, rating with 9 raters. Thanks, guys.
Woohoo!
Rate some metal. Woo!
Hi, carry on, Raiders. One of my players has stole the object and is now darting away from it because money is more friendship. That's where we're at.
Hey, you
Yeah,
gave me a lawful evil character.
I did. Yeah, you get the mushroom and you are able to dimension door. You see looking up Renron as you would be next in this initiative. Look up at you, Bulbera, I'm assuming doing like a little ta-ta wave at you, and you see them run out of what you assume is towards the entrance of the temple. So fucking good, bro. Sorry. Oh shit. All right. That brings up the zombies. Um. Oh wow. Okay. Zombie numeral. That is an unnatural 20 rain rod for 4 damage.
Okay.
The second zombie doing the same. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Another 4 damage. And the third one stepping up to you. Man, a 21 for another 4 damage. These zombies just throwing their limb into you and their body into you. That's those 3. That one's dead. That one has been absorbed. Or, yes. And so that brings me to one more in front of Cracky. A 6 doesn't hit, right?
Oh God.
Cracky? Okay, it swings its arms at you, smacking them out of the way. Um, I'm sorry, I was not expecting you just to fucking dimension door out. That brings us back to Renron. That it is your move.
Okay, just a second. Okay. Renron is going to cast Etherealness. And then is going to use Ethereal Step to chase after Bilbera. Because fuck if she's gonna get the entire cut. I got debts to pay. Fuck that shit.
Oh, it's so good. For the viewers at home, can you describe to what etherealness is, and then what I'm assuming your ethereal thing is like a dimension door?
Yes.
Also, we just got rated again. Miss the Miss Awaken brought 6 raiders. Thanks, Miss Awaken.
Nice.
Hey, thanks,
Thank
y'all.
you. So etherealness is being able to step into the ethereal plane, and you cannot interact with things that are in the physical plane, like objects that are in the physical plane or people that are in the physical plane, but you can use it as a method basically to move from one spot to the other without being detected, because nothing from the physical plane can interact with you either once you've gone into the ethereal plane.
So you're like
And
no clipping your way through the world, basically, for people who understand no clipping.
yeah. And
Okay.
Ethereal Step is once per short rest. As a bonus action, you can cast the Etherealness spell without expending a spell slot. It just lets me, you know, do that without actually using a spell slot to cast it.
Got you. So you go ethereal and then just start running
Yeah,
towards Bilbera. All right. All
and I
right.
can keep that up for 8 hours or until I decide to let it down.
All right, so she's got to go back through the temple to get up to where I was, right? Or is she able to teleport?
It wouldn't be.
I believe I have to go through the temple, because if I want to move through physical objects, it costs 10 more, like, it costs extra movement to physically go through objects.
Okay. So you're making your way basically up. You're running up the stairs ethereally, like through. Essentially, your path will be up the stairs through the room with the gate, through the first door on your left, down that whatever that is, and then back out to them. Cool.
And I'm straight dashing it.
And
Hell
in the
yeah.
meantime, Bilbera has already taken off out of the temple.
All right. That brings us to the corpse flower. It begins to lumber towards you, Cracky, as you are the only thing still there. But
That's fine. That's fine.
um,
I'm
oh,
sorry.
oh man, that's so funny. Yeah, it starts to make its way towards you, and these 3 tentacles kind of come up out of the top of it and try to hit you. Unnatural 20 for 9 damage.
Okay.
Uh, see, your 1 misses. Come on, don't do this to me. Let me roll my dice, please. Thank you. 21 on the other one, so that's 18 damage total as these tentacles, 2 of them bapping you, and you're able to kind of baseball hit one of them out of the way.
All right.
That is that wonderful thing's turn, which will bring us to Craig.
All right. Yeah, I'm hitting that corpse flower. I'm hitting it hard.
Before your attack, I'm sorry, you do need to make a Constitution saving throw, DC of 14.
Yeah. I rolled a 12. I have +5, so 17.
Hell yeah, you're able to. You realize as this thing is go ahead and roll your attacks and stuff. You realize as it gets closer to you, the smell just invades your nostrils, and for a moment you think you're not going to be able to just move, do anything. But you shake your head off, remembering that there are worse smells in this world.
All right. So my first attack is a 16 + 7, 23.
A hit.
For 7 and 4, 11 points of damage.
Nice.
Second swing is an 18 to hit.
Definitely hit.
For 11 and 4 is
15.
15
Great.
points of damage. And I've only just now looking at my sheet realized I actually do get a bonus action. So I'm gonna, I'm two-handing the maul as I'm swinging through these things, and then at the end of the last swing, I let go with one hand and just rake my claws back across. I have fighting like that, and so that is an 18 + 7 to hit.
Definitely hitting.
And that is 9 more points of damage.
Nice. You baseball swing just full on beating into this mushroom corpse thing, with the last attack coming through and raking it with your claws. You will then hear a voice inside of your as the zombies that were next to you, kind of their shoulders slump and they stop moving. And inside your head, you will hear, "My mushroom has been taken from me. It is most precious to me. If you are to retrieve it, I have seen your friends abandon you. Should you wish for revenge, I will give you much reward and treasure."
Can you help me catch them?
No. But if you return mushroom, much treasure.
How much treasure?
And you will see a door open behind, like off to the left of the stairs, so like across from the stairs. And you will see the stone lift.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Commune
Thanks.
DM, thanks for the raid.
Thanks for the
Woo!
raid,
You win
Commune
raiders.
DM.
Very nice.
Thanks. You will see this door, the wall slide up, and behind it, you will just see, as soon as the lift that starts to lift, just light emanating from underneath of it, and we see a shot of you. It's like when you open the box in
Right,
Pulp
yeah,
Fiction, and there's the light from the box. That's what we see. We see face, gold light glimmering over your face.
We're talking like Scrooge McDuck levels of gold here.
Yeah.
And you'll forgive me if I don't just implicitly trust that that's real. And I walk over, and I just want to reach in and randomly grab like a coin and test it.
It is real gold.
How hurt does the corpse flower look right now?
Give me a perception check.
That is 13.
It looks like it's been hurt. You can see the damage that you've done to it, but it doesn't seem like it's wobbling or teetering or anything.
So I wouldn't think I wouldn't count as bloodied yet.
Correct. It does not look like it would be an easy fight if you were to try and take on this mushroom corpse
Okay.
windmill.
Then I agree to your terms. And I'm gonna. What was that?
Closer.
All right.
Come closer.
I step closer.
And I need you to make a constitution check. Or save, rather, as a tentacle comes out from this thing and shoots down in over your face and tries to penetrate into your nose and eyes.
23.
You close every orifice on your face and rip this thing off of it. The corpse flower mushroom shrieks, and then you see it start to sputter as all the other bodies start to sputter. And then it falls to the ground. Ash floating off into the wind.
I will hold my breath to not breathe in any of those spores.
A good thing that you did not, as the spores carry out through the top of the temple and disperse out. The final shot being you standing in the light, where the looking down at the once resting place of the last mushroom Brigadoon. And we see, in a weird smash jump cut, we see Bilbera still running down this path into the jungle. And very shortly behind her, you see this ethereal figure of Renron chasing after that. We continue to zoom out, like the reverse of what we did in the very beginning, where the temple and the jungle, and then we see the jungle, and then we see the island continent of Dune. And then the clouds go over the continent, and then the end pops up, or FAN, F-I-N.
Nice.
Well done.
Thanks, man. Thanks, y'all. Sorry, you wonderful raiders. Very, very cap. These three wonderful dragonborn try to steal the last mushroom from a temple in the Pay jungle on the island continent of Brigadoon. They encountered corpse flowers, ghouls, awakened shrubs, a party of grung trying to steal. And it all came down to being abandoned. Thanks for coming into the game. Thank the three of you. Wonderful. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you for playing. You took these characters, ran them. Oh, the voice of God is here to also.
Hello, God.
Yay!
It's me, Margaret.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
thanks.
Woo!
I was going to have to hunt you both down and take my revenge, but now I'm richer than both of you. So,
Oh, at some point, Bilbera is going to sprout her spectral wings and take off and make it harder to follow her.
but we know where you're going. We know who contracted us for the.
Right. Oh, I know, but I just have to get there first, get the cash, and get out.
True.
Hey, you gave a lawful evil character dimension door. I had to.
No, it's totally fair. It's totally fair.
So good.
And you all abandoned me to die, but I came out on top. I am the successful version of Benny from The Mummy, guys.
Bilbera
Just
said it.
pulling bags of treasure out of there.
I said it right in front of both of you.
Oh.
If you're going to use somebody, use them to the full extent.
Right before Renron went ethereal, they should have said, "Goodbye, Crecky."
Oh god, that's so good. Well, y'all, thank you again for playing in this one shot.
It was a blast.
Mhm.
Does my heart good. Let's do a quick recap of who everybody is. The voice of God probably. Let's get out of here.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley. I played Bill Barra tonight. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hi, gamers. I'm still Locke Clark, and I played Crekky tonight. I'm going to go for a Scrooge McDuck-style swim in my new pool of treasure. And you can find me on the Book of Faces and the Twitter Patients at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H.
I'm Alice, and I played Renron tonight, and you can find me on Twitter at Cap'n Cuppycake.
And I'm Patrick, also known as Peculiar Patrick. I was the DM this evening and the voices of all things that happened. You can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick, and I believe the voice of God wishes to say a few things.
Here, we'll just a quick. So, for those of you who don't know, Tier works IT in the real world. He's our usual DM. He's been not on the on-call rotation since his wife passed away last February. He is now back in the on-call rotation, so there will be some days where he is on call and cannot run games, and we will figure out things to do, keep you guys entertained during our slots when that can't happen, like running fun one-shots like these. Anything else you want us to relate here? Gotcha. Yeah, so we're not going to be on next week, guys. We're taking a break for Thanksgiving. We hope all of you have a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving. Go be with those that you loved, blood or not. And remember that despite how dark things can get, be torchbearers for your fellow human beings. Be the light you want to see in the world. And we'll be back in a couple weeks.
Yeah, like what Locke said, and like what Tyr says. Love and inclusion are the way to light for a better tomorrow. Come with us and be torchbearers. We love you. Thank you again. Locke said it. I said it. We're all gonna say it. We love you. Thank you again, and have a good rest of your day or evening or wherever. Bye.